Thanks for joining us. I'm Maddie Weiris. Michael LaFitte has stepped down as president of the Shreveport chapter of the NAACP. And that's our top story tonight. LaFitte's resignation, effective January 1st, 2022, comes after the organization's executive board members called for him to step down in December. NBC6's Shirley Busico has the very latest.
In December, several board members from the NAACP called for Michael LaFitte to step down as president, but LaFitte did not budge until recently.
He really stepped down because he could have rolled it out.
While we may not know exactly what motivated LaFitte's resignation, Shreveport NAACP board members say LaFitte's leadership was questionable, more so after issues came up regarding alleged substandard conditions at a property LaFitte manages.
You know, you had these stories alleging that he was property manager, a minority owner, and again, we ask, how can you do that? How can you serve two masters? How can you be the one and the same president of the NAACP and then the same person that's allegedly oppressing these people, you know, with these slum conditions, this abuse that they said that they were suffering?
ALVIN Oliver, assistant treasurer of Shreveport's NAACP, says last month he spoke with NAACP Louisiana State Conference President Michael McClanahan about LaFitte's role in the organization.
He said that he told Michael LaFitte to step down. He said Michael LaFitte's comment to him was that he needed time to think about it.
But on Sunday, McClanahan said LaFitte resigned on his own.
He spoke to me and told me on December 16th that for reasons unbeknownst to me, that he wanted to resign and work on some other stuff. I've told him, man, look here, I'm standing behind you. Whatever decision you make, that's your decision.
McClanahan says he respected LaFitte's wishes and doesn't know if LaFitte's role at the Woodlawn Terrace Apartments prompted the decision.
You know, to be an NAACP member and in leadership anyway, you have to have some thick skin. But it expressed to me that those were the reasons that he stepped down.
But Oliver and another board member countered.
I don't think it was a moral decision. I think it was pressure from the top. The president told him to step down. People in the community that he respected told him to step down.
His poor leadership was leading us in the wrong direction. So I commend him for his stand down, even though I believe it was done by force and not by choice.
While McClanahan denies claims that he asked LaFitte to step down.
Spoke with Mike and to tell him what's going on and all that. And so it was up to him to make the decision if he wanted to resign or not. He didn't resign then. Whenever he felt it was time for him to resign, he would resign. He did just that, and we accepted that. Became effective January 1st, 2022.
Shirley Busico, NBC6 News.
And although we reached out to LaFitte for his comment on his resignation, he did not respond.